People like this are a parasite to society. Are you kidding me? Ew. It's why the good people go bad. She's obviously stupid. I wouldn't be so forgiving. You really don't know people. Lending money is a crazy touchy topic, and it's really subjective. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But in today's Reddit post, we do talk about lending money. Now, I have not read it yet, but I do have my own personal take on these situations. I always trust my gut on whether or not it's an okay thing to do. Without further ado, let's just dive right into it. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Just wondering when you're going to be able to pay back the $150. If you can't pay it all in one go, that's okay, but I'm in a bit of a tough spot, so I could really do with some of that money. Even 20 to 50 would be great right now. Huh? You haven't spoken to me in weeks and now you suddenly pop up asking for money? I'm sorry, but I can't afford it, especially with Christmas coming up. This friend's an idiot. I'm just gonna say. She lent you money. She has a right to ask for it whenever she wants. And it's your job to pay it back. Ew. Don't allow anybody or anything to lend you money when you cannot pay it back. Especially a close friend or a family or a relative. Hello? What do you mean? Every time I've texted or called asking to do something together, you've been with so-and-so. Also, you know I've been spending a lot of time with so-and-so and going with him for his chemo sessions and checkups. So if I haven't texted as much as usual, it's because I'm feeling tired and emotionally burnt out. It's a new relationship, so yeah, I want to be with him a lot. Just hurts that you don't text to ask how I am or anything else. You just ask about the money. You don't even open the TikToks I send you.
Bruh.
She just explained to you that she's emotionally burnt out going with someone who has cancer to go get his sessions. Are you kidding me? This is when I realized, like, you really don't know people. I totally understand that. I was just saying that I have made effort to try and see you. It would also be nice to meet him properly. We could all do something together. Oh my God, love. She's so sweet. I haven't been on TikTok for a while because, like I said, I'm feeling burnt out. My mental health hasn't been great. I care about you, and I'm sorry if I made you feel otherwise. Things are just tough right now since I moved out. Oh my God. She lent you money, and she's being totally understanding when you're being a full-on bitch. Count your lucky stars. I don't know why you have to try and make me feel guilty, and it only takes a second to look at TikTok and reply.
Brother, ugh.
You have a friend that's talking to you like this and you're gonna stay stubborn? Honestly, what a full-on bitch. I hope she breaks this friendship off. Ugh. I'm really not trying to make you feel guilty, and I don't want to argue with you. I'm just asking if I can have my money back. Fair. Just seems a bit manipulative. Like, you could just say that without adding stuff on about your brother or your mental health. What are you literally talking about? So this woman, this girl, this child, might as well call her a child because she sure is behaving like one, is so freaking selfish, and so many people are like that these days. I do not understand why we don't just all ship him off to an island to be selfish with each other alone. That's a dream of mine. You asked why I haven't replied to you on TikTok. I said it's because I'm not feeling good and I've been busy helping out my family looking after so-and-so. Also, I've only just settled in after moving. Let's not forget how this started. OP lent this girl money. Money equals value for so many things. Like, I don't understand how you have the audacity to just be like, seems a bit manipulative. Ew, get a grip. Also, TikTok can be freaking draining. Like, doom scrolling is one thing for sure, and that is numbing. But if I'm trying to be motivated or feel good about myself, I'm probably not gonna go to TikTok because all I see is like beauty influencers and overconsumption and all of these things that just honestly make me sick. So, of course, she doesn't want to be on TikTok for mental health. That makes perfect sense to me. So you should just say you've been busy without making me feel like shit. It sounds to me like this girl is upset that she's being called out for not paying money back. So now she wants to act like a freaking baby about it because she's a little bitch. Honestly, if you get upset because you're in the wrong, you have so much maturing to do. And she lent you money. People that get defensive because they're upset that they've been called out are a freaking ick to society. Stop. Why don't you have the money anyway? How are you going to order more cat food for Luna? And when will you come pick her up? So many thoughts. The attitude, even... Listen, a lot of things can be translated over text. You don't have to be in person giving me attitude for me to know that you're trying to give attitude on text. Like, gross. Gross. OP replied, that was not my intention at all, honestly. Oh my God, I can't even. Y'all, this is literally depressing. Like, some people are really out here being assholes just because they've been called out for something. It's why the good people go bad. It's why the good people go sour. I'm just gonna say it. And if you are getting upset over the fact that I'm saying this, then you're part of the freaking problem. Okay, so the girl said, why don't you have money anyways? I had to take a fair bit of time off work to help out my family, move, etc. And I also had to pay a deposit and rent for moving. So yeah, it's very tight this month. I ordered 120 pouches for her just over a week ago. They will last a while. I'm going to get her ASAP, but you were the one who offered to look after her until I'd settled in properly. And the girl goes, yep, I get that. Can't you just leave the 150 and I'll take it as payment for cat sitting? Don't offer if you're looking for something out of it. Are you kidding me? Her reply to OP responding that she's had to take some time off, she's moved in, she paid a deposit, so yeah, it's been tight, is again making me feel like shit. I'm sorry, you should feel like shit. People like this are a parasite to society. Okay? And it's people like this girl that are a little bit too forgiving. I wouldn't be so forgiving. Okay, I want my money or I'm coming to get it. See ya. What? That was never the agreement. When I moved, you offered to look after her until I was settled as long as I paid for her food and litter, etc., which I have. And I told you if there were any problems, then to just contact me. It is incredibly unfair to go back on that and try to keep the money I'd lent you when you were struggling. But now I am struggling and you're accusing me of trying to manipulate you. I'm glad that she at least has a backbone to be able to stand up for herself a little bit, because honestly, too many people are too kind. Too many people have way too much patience. Right. I'm saying I can't pay you back yet, so just drop it. It's not fair for me to be like, I would have said this. She should do that. I'm not in that situation. And I don't know all the nuances and the intricacies of their relationship, but snip, snip, bitch. I hate that. I don't know why you think I just have 150 to give you. And stop arguing with me when I'm the one looking after your cat. Are you threatening to do something to the cat? It's not even funny. It's just laughable at how low and disgusting some people are. And you really can't trust anybody. Like, I will reiterate this every single time I read these stories, because you can't trust people. You just can't. I can't drop it when you clearly have no intention of paying me back. I didn't say pay the full 150. I said whatever you can. Literally anything would be fine, because I have nothing right now. Again, you offered to look after Luna and were so willing to do so because you said you would miss her. So please don't spin it on me as if I forced you to look after her. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Honestly, this girl has so much debt in her karma bank. And so she's going to get it back. Not even worth my time. Not even worth her time. Right. And I can't send you anything. So just drop it. Seriously. LMAO. The capital LMAO. This is so high school when you're fighting with someone that doesn't give a shit that they're actually ruining your life and they hit you with the capital LMAO. I've said that before. Cringe. Ew. My former self. I don't claim her. Furthermore, I'm even getting triggered by this LMAO because the attitude that comes with it is so ferocious. It's feisty. First of all, why are you threatening my cat? Second of all, the LMAO is just showing me that you don't take it seriously and that you actually think this situation is laughable. She's obviously stupid. She's obviously socially inept. She obviously needs help. She needs some type of karmic retribution from the universe, okay? She just needs to pay this girl her poor money back. OP doesn't have the money right now, and that leads me to believe that she's not just rolling in the dough. She's not just rolling in money. So this humble girl lent you 150 pounds when she didn't have much. And this is how you want to say thank you? Also, she's being so patient and kind. Ew. It reminds me of all those friendships. I used to have one where you're just so nice and you just take so much shit. You're too good. You're too kind. I didn't leave suddenly when X got his diagnosis. You were the one who said I should go and be closer to the family. I asked a million times if you'd be okay and you said yes. You have a stable job now and I thought that would encourage you to grow up a little bit, but I guess not. You say now I never reply to you on TikTok, but whenever I've called you and asked to hang out, I've always been shut down. And not once have you asked me how I am, how the move went. I've been happy to listen to you gush about your new boyfriend and I'm glad you found someone. But the way you're spinning all of this on me and accusing me of being manipulative and just thinking about myself is gross. Good for her. I'm gonna okay, let me fucking calm the fuck down.
She made those. I need to calm down. Everything's fine. I'm an adult.
Here's a philosophy of mine. If you're gonna lend someone money, you probably are not seeing it back. That's just something I had to learn the hard way. If I decide to lend someone money, I can't decide how they spend it. It's not in my hands. So when I give it, I need to know that they could spend it on anything. And I mean anything. Secondly, you're just probably not going to see it back. And that's the reality of it. And you just got to accept it. She should just cut her losses and just block her and go get her cat. Oh my God, her cat. Yeah. See, you're just being a bitch now. Go away. I don't want to talk to you. Let me know when you're getting Luna and then don't talk to me anymore. Oh no. Are we 5? She just called you out on being childish and now you're genuinely showing your true colors and you are a freaking child. You are childish. It always baffles me how people genuinely think they can behave like this and do things like this and not have an ounce of empathy, respect, just basic human decency. Respectfully, get a fucking grip. Honestly, grow up. Get a grip. Oh God, it's so gross. For some context, we lived together for a couple years and she went through a really difficult time last year and I was there for her. A couple of months ago, she needed to borrow 150 pounds. Since then, I've moved out as my brother has cancer and my dad is also unwell. She offered to take care of my cat until I was moved moved in and unpacked. Was I too mean? She's got a new job and boyfriend and seems to be doing well for herself, which I'm happy about, but was me telling her I have nothing and I'm not feeling good manipulative of me? Oh, no, sweetheart. Your parents did too good of a job and you're too kind and too empathetic, and genuinely you need to go knock on her door and be like, I'm not leaving until I get the 150. Go away. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, if anyone ever talks to you like that, get your cat and never talk to them again. Let's look at the comments. People who say things like, you're making me feel like shit or stop making me feel guilty are almost always trash. They do and say horrible things, then turn it around and accuse you of hurting them to get out of taking accountability. Literally, if you have a friend that is calling you manipulative, like, there is clearly objectively nothing wrong with this message. There's nothing wrong with her being like, hey, I lent you 150. Can you give it back now? Anything would be great. Even 20 to 50 pounds. No, you were not mean. You were not being manipulative. She comes off as the manipulative one and also an incredibly selfish asshole. I'd get your cat immediately and cut your losses. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad people agree. 2.4K upvotes. Ugh. When you call someone out for being childish and they get upset, oh my God. I used to have a best friend like that. It was horrible. And somehow we just gravitate towards these people. Literally gross. Someone in the comments summed it up real good. I'm having a tough time. Could you give me the money back that I lent you? You're being a bitch. Go away. That is so accurate. That's literally what it was. Not overreacting. Your friend is rotten. She manipulated the situation to get out of paying you back. 1000%. It's so gross. It's so ick. It's so get out. Get away. Honestly, she needs to get away from me. She needs to get out of my computer. Here's my opinion that you didn't ask for. Always do favors. Do everything you can within reason to help people, but try and avoid giving money if they're just like an acquaintance or a roommate or whatever. All right, well, that was it for this post. I really would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, stay picky about your reference group.